Hello students, welcome to Mam and Me Academy. I am your mathematics educator Bipul Babu. Let us continue our topic real numbers. In the previous video, we discussed about real numbers in detail, right? I hope you all understood that. Now, can you tell me what is real numbers? Yes, real number is the collection of rational number and irrational number. So these two numbers together make the real numbers. Now, today our first topic is Euclid's division lemma. Don't pay attention to the sentence written here. Okay, let us try to understand it with an example. If I ask you what is 18 divided by 4, when you will divide 18 by 4, what you will get? You will say that 4 4s are 16, so the remainder will be 2. I assume that you know this is dividend, this is divisor, this is quotient and this is remainder, right? Okay. In your earlier classes, you might have written 18 as the divisor into quotient. The divisor 4 into quotient 4 plus the remainder, right? Okay. Now, let us keep this divisor fixed and change the dividend. Let us take 19 as the dividend, and the divisor is 4. You will get 4 4s are 16 and the remainder will be 3, right? Let us take another example where the dividend is, let us take 17 and the divisor is fixed 4. You will get 4 4s are 16 and the remainder will be 1. Let us take one more example. Instead of 17, I am taking now 16 as the dividend and 4 as your divisor. You will get 4 4s are 16 and the remainder will be 0. Why did I take so many examples? You are mature enough to understand through this example only. But I wanted to make you understand that the remainder is always lesser than the divisor. You can see here it is 2 which is lesser than 4, it is 3 which is lesser than 4, it is 1 and here it is 0. In all these examples you saw that the remainder is always lesser than the divisor, right? Now can you quote an example where the remainder is equal to the divisor? If so, then please tell me, because I don't know. Okay. Now, these things are mentioned in your Euclid's division lemma. What does it say? Let us read out. Given positive integers a and b. There are two positive integers a and b. What are they? We started with this right now. A and b. Let it be a and this be b. Okay. There exist unique integers q and r. There exist unique integers q and r. Satisfying the condition a is equals to bq plus r. Satisfying the condition a is equals to bq plus r. Right? And what is this? 0 is less than equals to r is less than b. Okay. What does this mean? This means that the remainder is always lesser than the divisor. Okay, it can never be equal. You can't write equals to here. Okay, this will be wrong. Always remember the condition that remainder is always lesser than the divisor. Okay, it can be 0, but it can never be equal to the divisor. Now, why are we studying this? We are studying this because we need to find the HCF. What is HCF? Highest common factor of two numbers or more than two numbers. But before proceeding to find the HCF, let me tell you what is lemma. Is it new for you? No. You have studied axiom in 9th standard, right? Do you remember? You studied axiom in the 9th standard in the 5th chapter, Euclid's Geometry. The axiom is another name for lemma. Now tell me, what is axiom? Yes, Axiom is a proven statement that is used to prove another statement, right? So, lemma, what is lemma? Lemma is a proven statement which is used to prove another statement. Okay, I hope you understood Euclid's division lemma. Now we will study how to find the HCF of two or more than two numbers using this lemma. Okay, so let me rub it for you. If you have any query, you can ask me, okay? Method to find the HCF is Euclid's division algorithm. What is it? It sounds similar to Euclid's division lemma, right? Yes, indeed. What is algorithm? Algorithm is a well-defined step, right? You know what is going to happen the next, right? So we will use lemma, Euclid's division lemma, to find the HCF, and that procedure, the whole set of steps, is known as Euclid's division algorithm. Okay, now let me ask you, what is the HCF of 4 and 16? Tell me, what is the HCF of 4 and 16? Yes, it is very simple, 4, right? How did you calculate? You wrote like this, right? Like this. This method is known as prime factorization method or factorization method. If I exclude this one, then it is prime factorization method, right? Now you would be asking, why do we need this method to find the HCF when we have this method? Can you tell me what is the HCF of this number? Little bit tough, no? Why? Because the numbers are larger here, right? This method, that means the factorization method, is useful when the numbers are very small. Not very small, but okay. And when the number is larger, then we find difficult to find the HCF using factorization method. So this is why we are studying Euclid's division algorithm to find the HCF of two or more numbers, okay, which are larger. Okay, so let us try to understand the method with a small example. Okay, I am taking two numbers, let's say 24 and 9. Okay, 24 and 9. We are trying to find the HCF of 9 and 24. What you will do? See, select the greater number of the two. First step, select the greater number of the two. Okay, I have selected. This is your greater number. Say A is equals to 24 and the smaller number B equals to 9. Okay, so your A is 24 and your B is 9. Divide 24 by 9. Divide 24 by 9. What you will get? Yes, 9 2s are 18, right? Am I doing right? Okay. 14 minus 8 is 16. Oh, sorry, 6. Your remainder is 6. Write down just like this. What? 24 is equals to 9 into 2 plus 6. This is your Euclid's division lemma, right? See, A is equals to BQ plus R. Now, in your second step, what you will do, you will take the divisor as the dividend. Okay, make the divisor, which was 9, as your dividend. This goes inside and your remainder becomes the divisor. Divided 6 ones are 6, the remainder is 3. Don't you worry, we'll take another example to make you understand better. Okay, what we did in the first step, we divided the greater number by the smaller number. We wrote like A equals to BQ plus R. Now in the second step, this was your first step, and in the second step what we did is we made the divisor as the dividend. Made the divisor as the dividend and the remainder as the divisor. Now we got 9 is equals to 6 into 1 plus 3. Repeat the steps until the remainder is 0. This was your second step. Your third step is, what is that? Make the divisor your dividend. Good. Make the divisor your dividend and the remainder as your divisor. Okay, 3 2s are 6 and the remainder is 0. That means this is your last step. Whenever the remainder is 0, your last step is that only. Write it like this. 6 is equals to 3 into 2 plus 0. Okay, 3 into 2 plus 0. The step at which your remainder was 0, okay, the step at which your remainder was 0, the divisor there is your HCF. Didn't understand? Let it be. When your remainder became 0, at that time, what was your divisor? It was 3. Then that will be your HCF. What will be your HCF? The divisor at the time when remainder was 0. Okay, I hope you understood a bit. Okay, let us take another example. Now let us take 36 and 12. Okay, why I am selecting very small numbers? Because I am trying to make you understand. As soon as you understand, we'll increase the level. Okay, now what did I tell you? The very first step is select the greater number as A. Yani your number A is 36 and B is equals to 12. Now what was your first step? To divide, right? The very first step is to divide 36 by 12. Okay, now you get 12 into 3, 36. 12 3s are 36. The remainder is 0. Now you would be surprised that the remainder is 0 in the very first step. So no problem. It is very easy. We'll write 36 as 12 into 3 plus 0. Right? Now, what did I tell you? What is the last step? The last step is when the remainder is 0. Okay, so here the remainder is 0 now. So this will be your last step only. Now, what is your HCF? HCF is the divisor when the remainder is 0. That means here the divisor is 12. So your HCF will be 12. It was a very simple example, right? Let us take another example. Take 26 and 91 as two numbers, and now we are to find the HCF of these two numbers. Very first step, select the greater number as A and the smaller number as B. So let A is equals to 91 and B is equals to 26. Right? Now, what was the first step? First step was dividing it. So let us divide 91 by 26. Now I don't know the table of 26, so I'll calculate it. Okay, 26 2s are 2 6 12 52, right? 26 3s are 18, 1 carry, 2 5 6 7 78, still lesser than this. Okay, 26 4s are 6 4 24, 2 carry, 4 2s are 8, 8 plus 2 10. This is greater, so we'll select 26 times 3. 26 times 3 was 78, right? What will be your remainder? It will be 3 and 1, 30. So let us write in the form of A equals to BQ plus R. You will get 91 is equals to 26 into 3 plus 30. Okay, this was your first step. Now in the second step, what did I tell you? That make the divisor as your dividend and remainder as your divisor. So 26 now your will be dividend and 13 will be your divisor. 13 2s are 26, right? And the remainder will be 0. So at this time the remainder is 0. That means your step is the last step. This step is the last step. So let us write 26 is equals to 13 into 2 plus 0. Right? Now since the remainder is 0, so at this time the divisor is 13. Your HCF will be 13. So HCF of 91 and 26 is 13. Did you understand? Now let us proceed to example number 1. Let us clear it. In the first example, it is written that use Euclid's division algorithm to find the HCF of 4052 and 12576. Right? We have to find the HCF of 4052 and 12576. Now, this seems to be a larger number, right? Now let us try to find out. What did I tell you? Select the larger number as A and the smaller number as B. So let us write, let A is equals to 12576. Okay, and B is equals to 4052. Now what did I tell you? To divide, right? We'll divide 12,576 by 4,052. Now since it is a very large number, you need to calculate in your rough work. Okay, so you'll get 4052 into 3. See, 3 4s are 12, right? So 3 2s are 6, 3 5s are 15, 3 4s are 12. Okay, so we'll write 4052 times 3, you will get 12156. Okay, and the remainder will be 6 and 6 0, 7 and 5 2, 5 and 1 4. 420 will be your remainder. Now let us write it as A equals to BQ plus R. 12576 equals to 4052 into 3 plus the remainder 420. Okay, now what did I tell you? Is it the last step? No, because the remainder is not 0. Your divisor will become the dividend. This is your first step. The second step will be 4052 will be divided by 420, right? Now it will be 420 into 9. Okay, how? 9 4s are 36. You will get 0, 9 2s are 18, 1 carry, 9 4 36 and 37. That means you will get 420 times 9 is equals to 3780. Okay, now the remainder will be 272, right? We'll write it as 4052 equals to 420 into 9 plus 272. Here also the remainder is not 0, right? We will again divide. What we'll do? We'll make the divisor as the dividend. 420 and here 272. Now if you can see, how many times will it be divided? If you take 272 into 2, you'll get 2 to the 4, 2 7 to the 14, 1 carry, 2 to the 4 and 5. It is greater. So it will go by 1 time. 272. You'll get 10 minus 2 8, 11 minus 7 is 4, okay, and 3 minus 2 is 1. 148 as your remainder. You'll write 420 is equals to 272 into 1 plus 148. Now, again the remainder is not 0. That means this is not your last step. You'll have to repeat it. Okay, repeat and repeat until the remainder is 0. So, now here your divisor is 272. That will be your dividend. And your remainder is 148. It will be your divisor. Okay, now what you'll do, it will be one time only. 148. 12 minus 8 is 4. 6 minus 4 is 2. Okay, and 2 minus 1 is 1. You will get 272 equals to 148 into 1 plus 124. Right? Now, let me rub it because it will be a chaos. The remainder is not 0. So, what you will do, it was 148. Okay. You will make the divisor as the dividend. 148 will be your dividend and the remainder will be your divisor. Right? Here also it will be by 1 times only. You will get the remainder as 4 and 2, 24. Write it here that 148 is equals to 124 into 1 plus 24. Okay, now what we have to do? You have to divide 124 by 24. See, the divisor here has become the dividend. 24 times how many? Let me see. 24 into 6. 6 4s are 24 to carry. 6 2s are 12. 14 is greater than this. Let me select a smaller number. 24 into 5. It will be 120, right? 5 4s are 20 to carry. 5 2s are 10 and 6. Yeah. 24 times 5. You'll get 120. The remainder is 4. We'll write 124 equals to 24 into 5 plus 4. You might think this is a very big process, long process, but it is not. It is very easy to calculate. Can you find the HCF of these two numbers by factorization method? If yes, then do try. Then you will understand the difference. Okay. Now, your 24 will become the dividend and 4 will become the divisor. This is very simple. 4 6 are 24. The remainder is 0. Oh my god. Such a long process, right? The remainder is 0 here. So that means this is your last step. Okay. Now, we will write 24 is equal to 4 times 6 and plus 3. Right? At this step, the remainder is 0 and your divisor is 4. That means the HCF of 4052 and 12576 is 4. I hope that you have understood how to find the HCF of two numbers using Euclid's division algorithm. Okay. Now for today's homework, I have given you the first question of exercise 1.1, which says use Euclid's division algorithm to find the HCF of first part 135 and 225, second part 196 and 38,220, third part 867 and 255. So these are very simple questions. Do this and you will come to know whether you have understood the topic or not. We'll see you in the next video with another type of questions based on Euclid's division lemma. This was one type of question. This was type 1 based on the Euclid's division lemma, which was to find the HCF of two numbers. Okay, in the next video, we will see the word problems based on Euclid's division lemma or Euclid's division algorithm. Thank you. Till then, if you have any query regarding our courses or anything related to topic, you can ask me. Thank you. Have a nice